Okay. So what I'm going to do is take the brand new. I'm going to clone this and full clone. DNS.
Should we clone also, brother?
Yeah, when you start off, clone with brand new, so that you don't have anything running on it.
Exactly.
While it's doing that, so
And normally you don't have to do this setup, domain name setup, mostly in the jobs because they should already be there once you join most of the company.
yeah. But if you end up in this domain name DNS team, you will be paying. This will usually be a part of network team. You have, if you are managing the server, you are into a very good position. If you end up being
okay. The other thing is, are there normally only one domain server or there are multiple domain servers in our company?
You'll find out. We'll find out. That's a very good question, but I'll hold it off for now.
Yes, okay.
Okay, yeah, this looks a good picture here. So, so what is happening here is we are on this computer here. Okay, this is ours. Maybe let me. Okay. So this computer is a user. Okay, so when the user is for the first time from this computer, if he's typing in google.com, what is actually happening is the browser doesn't know where to find the Google. So what it does is the browser has built in so many DNS servers in there. So what it does is it goes onto the internet and locates the DNS server. Okay, so once the DNS server is there, what will happen is it will make connection there and then it will respond with the correct IP address. So this DNS server, DNS master server, so okay, so the request from the user is received and responded from here, from this box. Okay, so it receives google.com. So it doesn't know where the IP address is. It gives the IP address. Okay, this is the google.com, and then it takes that IP address and makes the connection to the server right here, google.com. This is what it is before and after. This is what this is. And after, what it is, I'm going to look for google.com. If google.com. Okay, no, don't worry about this here. This picture is probably demonstrating something else. But for now, this is a good picture for us. Okay? So it looks simple here, but I'll show you how to set this up and everything. And once that IP address is received by the browser, next time it will remember that. Okay? So what will happen is it will remember in the browser that way to connect to that IP address. So if you clear the cache in your browser again, it will go to the DNS server again. Okay? So DNS server is it's a crown jewel in the network of any company. And if the public DNS goes down, the whole internet goes down for that area. So we have DNS servers spread throughout the world, and if a DNS server goes down, that means the entire network system goes down. So that is very important and highly protected systems. Okay. All right. So let's move on.
The question, brother, here.
Yeah.
If you know the IP address by chance somehow, then internet will not go down. Only it will go down if you only know the name.
Well, the internet is running on numbers. It doesn't care. The google.com is only human readable. It's only readable for machines. They need numbers in the background.
Got it.
Is that what the question is, or have something else?
I think you're right. I was thinking that if I forget the google.com is not working, or if DNS server goes down, I type the IP address and it will take me. But I think you're right. DNS has the IP addresses, not the names, I think.
Yeah. That's why it's called phone book.
Okay. Jazakallah khair.
Okay, here, look, the IP address for the google.com is 87.245.200.153. All right. What is the one we got here? What? Okay. Let's do this here. This is a command prompt on your Windows here. Ping google.com. Okay, it's giving us this 172. So, let's try putting this number here. 87 dot, 245 or 200 dot 153. So that one is taking to google.com also. So, I think since Google spread all over the world here, they have different IP addresses spread all over the world, okay? Now, let's try in CNN.com, and that's the IP address for the CNN. Alright, so let's put it in. You get the idea, right? What's happening here? The browser, all it needs is just the IP address. It doesn't care what is running in the front end, which is the display, which is the name. $150 can type. It says 151, 101, 193, 67. Please check that the domain has been added to the service. Okay, let's put it in. We start working here too. Okay, so let me try pinging from here. Ping CNN. So it's the correct IP address, right? Oh, it's giving me the wrong IP address here. 193.67. Okay, now it's giving me the right IP. Yeah, I don't know what happened. No, let's try it here. What is happening here? Let's try any other website. Ping. Let's try this. This is surprising. Alright, give me 1 second here. Okay, so for the Google, no, this is not the correct address. Maybe it is. Okay, so for CNN has, let's try this. Let's try Chrome. Fast here, unknown domain. Please check that this domain has been added to the service. That's okay. Probably going through some older Yahoo. Let's look at this one here. These are old Yahoo domains. Let's try this one here.
So there's a quick question, please.
Yeah.
We spent about 5-10 minutes looking for the different IP addresses to make sure IP works. Is it that complicated?
It is complicated.
It should be straightforward that we ping it, get the IP, and it should be working.
Yeah, the browser is doing a lot of work in the background here, so it's just coming up pretty good here. But when I'm pinging in here, these are the public IPs. So from here, it took the best one here. So I'm not sure what is going on here. For CNN, there is one more in here. Let's try this one here and see what it is. Yeah, the DNS is very complicated actually.
No, it could be complicated. It should be in a setup or those kind of things. But when you ping, we see IP address. If you put the IP address, it should resolve instead of running the error message. It should resolve somehow. I don't know anything, but I'm just what you call the.
Yeah, when we're putting IP address, it's just trying to go to that specific IP address. But if you're trying to put the name here, when the DNS server responds, it will give all the possible names, all the possible IP addresses that is available there, and then it may try to use that. But
one, right?
It's not working what I thought it was working.
That's my question. Okay, if it's not working the way it's supposed to be working, there gotta be something. I'm just trying to learn from you. I have never seen anything like that.
I mean, yeah, I'm surprised too myself. Maybe is this an issue with... Can you try on your computer and see if it's going to work?
Yeah, but I can try right away. I have already copied and set it up and...
Yeah, type in CNN.com.
CNN.com.
And then whatever the IP is giving, put that in the browser.
It's giving 151.101.129.67. And the one that you have is different, I think. Okay, go to my Chrome browser, paste, enter. No, but it didn't give me that. I can share my screen if you want me to, but it. Can you check on Cognito? Maybe it's different.
Yeah, let's do that.
What did you say, Brother Mubin?
Yeah, we're going to go into incognito mode.
Okay.
And incognito mode, all the cookies and everything, cache is all disabled there.
Makes sense.
So let's try that.
It didn't work for me.
This is not secure here, so let's do HTTPS. No, it's not working. I'm not sure why it's not working. Let's see what is the other popular website out there. We have Google, we have CNN, we have let's do Apple.com.
We can do Apple, we can do the BBC.com.
So Apple is resolving to 3 IP addresses, so let's see. Okay, that one worked right away. So let's see if it's going to work here. Yeah, that one is working. Is BBC working?
I didn't try that.
Let's try BBC.
I can try.
Okay, well that one didn't work. Let's try this one here. When 129. Okay, which one is going to work then? The last one is 210. Oh, let me try bbc.com. Okay, it's a different IP addresses. So, okay, see, it's redirecting to this a different IP address. I'm putting in this IP. Oh, 81. Well, last thing before I move on, okay? Alright, I'll give up here now. But here, all these things, if it's working through the browser here, then it is hitting some IP address here. There must be some issue either my side or somewhere else. But it's happening on your side too, so I'm not sure. But anyway, right, so what I'm going to do is let me start the virtual box. Okay, before I do that, I am going to, I go into network and enable host only adapter, and then I'm going to allow, and then I'm going to enable NAT. Okay, right, so I'm going to start this off. So in a DNS there are two things there. One is a master and there is a slave too. Master is it's a master in your job environment. There is a master and slave. Slaves are spread across your office locations. Okay. Well, they are not just one master. There are more than one master and then more than one slave. So if the master goes down, slave will work for it. Actually, both are working simultaneously. So it goes to the master, it goes to the slaves or whatever. It doesn't matter. So slave name server, slave DNS gets the zone data using transfer operation typical on zone master and all this here diagram. Okay, we'll see how it goes here. Okay, I'm gonna exit out of all this here. So only my DNS box is running now. Okay. One is root, Red Hat. So I'm going to have IP address 192.68.56.109. Okay. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure this is enabled here. So for that I need to go to cd/etc/sysconfig network scripts ls, and this is not there. It's not there, right? So I do VIIFCSG hyphen. Okay.
How about if you just copy the underscore and O and just rename that one, brother? It will have all the entries.
What do you mean, this one?
The first one, yeah, this one, if you take this one, it should have.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so device is so the device name is this, and then the IP address is, what is the IP address? I'm making a static IP address, right? Okay. 192.1. Oh, this keypad doesn't work. 192.56.109. 192.168.56.10. Alright, I'm gonna make 110. Okay? And on boot, yes. I don't need this. 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 And this is network is Ethernet, right? And boot PROTech.
I don't remember network there, brother. This is number.
Or type, right?
Boot proto is DHCP.
Yeah. So
There's no network.
what about here? Type.
I don't remember the static thing, brother. I just only know these four things for the DHCP.
Alright, man. What are you gonna do in the interview? It will be in the interview.
You will prepare us.
Yeah. I'll prepare you. Okay, so essential lines needed for basic functionality is IP. So Red Hat 7 type is Ethernet, boot proto static. Okay. Type is Ethernet, then we got boot proto static, And then we have device is the device name, on boot is yes. Okay, and I'm not worried about the hardware address and net mask. IP ADDR. Might as well add a hardware address to here just in case. So where is the hardware address? This is the hardware address. Okay, and the net mask is, what is the net mask you see? Net mask. Net mask is, usually net mask is the one which is 255 255 255.0. Okay, you could comfortably put that down there as net mask. And the IP address we need is, right now I'm at 101, 109. I'm making it as 110. Okay, and looks good to me. Looks good, right? So I have IP ADDR, and the IP address is it's giving me 109. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart the service, and I should get disconnected and then get the IP 110 IP address. Okay, so what is the command? System CTL network restart. Oh,
Is it restart network, right?
yeah, I keep forgetting this.
I do the same thing, brother. I forget it.
Yeah. I expected we should not be able to come back because the IP address is changed. So if you go IP ADDR, and let's see if the IP address is not back yet. We may have to restart it, but I'm trying not to.
So that was a side question. During our group study, we also changed something that we have to restart the server to get the changes implemented. So does that happen often in production environment also, that we have to restart the servers?
It depends. Changing IP address and all those things are very well maintained. I mean, you're not running like any, well-maintained network here. That's why. But in a job environment, those are not as often. It may happen one or two times given you have thousands of servers. But
Okay.
those things are very well maintained on your work.
Got it.
Okay, it's still giving out 109. So let's see here. Change. I need device IP address, type Ethernet, boot proton static. And let's look at the. Oh, did I give the hardware address the wrong? It says 70 here, and ETH1 and ETH. Yeah, the hardware address is different here, right? I copied the hardware address for the wrong NIC card. Okay, that's the problem. Okay, so now let's run this.
I'm just curious, brother, if you don't give the hardware address there, what will happen then? I'll check it out.
No, the hardware address is the IP is assigned by your router. So your router is looking at the hardware address, because hardware address is nothing but a MAC address, and that hardware address doesn't change because it's hard coded. So what will happen is it gets registered in there, and then it says based on the hardware address, it gives out the IP address, and it looks into this static log and sees that particular hardware needs that particular IP address. So the idea behind the static IP is the IP shouldn't change.
Makes sense.
Okay, now it's 110. This is what I want. Okay, good. So I'm going to load this and I'm going to change it to 110. That's expected. So I'm going to put this information in here in the document. Okay, so this is DNS master. and the IP address is going to be 192.168.56.110. Okay. So all these are important here. So make sure you find this as a correct IP address in there. So okay. So what are the required packages? We need to get the required packages for DNS to work. Either you could download from your local repo or internet. Okay, and let's see here. Row 7. By CHU. Let's see here. Okay, here, yeah. Okay, so we need three packages here. We need bind. It's name of the package here. That's what it's called, bind. Bind utilities and bind ch root. Okay? So we're going to install these three here. So let me clear this and let me go back to the home directory. So I'm installing yum. Make sure I'm doing this from the internet here. It's okay. You can do this from internet or your lab demo. So yum provides bind and you hit enter.
A home drive to run this one, you can run from anywhere and it will install on the proper location.
Yeah. But I prefer to work running from home.
Okay. And we can install everything and then change it to IP, static IP. Will that be okay, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
I hope you're not
I'll check it out.
crashing the system and rebuilding it many times.
I'm going to do that, brother.
You know what? Once you like the, I took 110 because 110 you could remember it. That's a master box. That's why I choose 110. But if you get like 120 or 130, whatever, you could do that.
Yeah. We put any static IP there. Yes.
Yeah. But 109, setting up as a 109 for Mac, I kind of look odd. So I choose 110. Okay, so the command is yum install bind, and then you don't have to wait. You could install more than one package at the same time, one after the other. Bind install utils, utils, bind ch root.
When we do the provide, that downloads it,
No, it just checks it.
checks it out. Okay.
Yum install is the one is gonna install and download it for you.
Okay.
And then if you want to download, there is a command too for downloading it. Just the R.
Okay.
I'm gonna do -y and hit enter because I don't have to I think this is a big package, isn't it? I may be wrong. So okay, here bind stands for Berkeley Internet Name Domain. Okay, so DNS system is coming from the University of Berkeley, California. So I mentioned earlier, not everything and all these packages is not one company is producing. There are a lot of universities, individual and big corporations are involved in this.
Yes, brother.
Okay. I'm just going to put this as a trivia here. What bind is. Okay, that should be fair enough here. And I'm going to hit enter. Yes. Okay, 7.219 megabytes. So it has 16 dependencies. By the way, installing it from this internet repo is pretty safe too. A lot of corporations, they don't prefer that. Okay. So all this is installed here. And so type which byte. So CH. Okay, so let's see if it says installed. Yeah, it's installed. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to network configuration file. So I'm gonna go to VI etc sysconfig. Okay, and in here, so anytime I'm going into etc, what file is that? So I'm going to go into this network configuration file here. Okay, so I'm going to configure a network, some network information, not the entire network. Okay, so this is a configuration file here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete everything here and I'm going to put in networking, and then I'm going to say yes, and then I'm going to give the host name. Okay, and then the equal sign, and then I'm going to give the name. I'm going to give this, I'm going to give the whole machine name now. Okay, so guys, pay attention. So it's going to be DNS master 1. It should be many DNS master here, but I'm creating only one DNS master for this company, gmpt.com. Okay, I'm going to save and exit. Okay, so okay, so give this entry in there. You could change whatever you want it to be, okay? So, but I'm going to give it to DNS master here. Okay, and there is another configuration file I need to go into. We need to go into the host file name. So if I type host name here, it's just saying this is the host name, right? It's just whatever the default is picked up during the installation. So I'm going to go VI etc hosts. So there's many names in here. So I'm going to go for hosts, HOTS, and then I'm going to hit enter. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and delete all this, and then I'm going to go into enter mode. And then I'm going to type in the new line, 192.168.56.110. And I'm going to give the name dnsmaster.gmpt.com. Okay? Okay, so. I don't know why it's taking so long. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart the system here. Hopefully when we restart, the host name will be. No, very important thing what we're looking for is we want this host name to be changed here. When we restart this thing, what will happen? What will be the name of the host name?
DNS master gmp.com.
Yeah, very good.
So no question here, brother, that network name and the host name should match, or they don't have to. The name in the host file and the name in the network file, do they need to be matched?
Yes. Host names, they both have to match. But you could try, you could mismatch and let me know.
Okay.
Okay, so it's off now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart. Root. And I'm going to type host name. So it didn't take effect. Okay, so.
It doesn't need to make changes in the host name file. Host name. So change it.
Yeah, I think I need to do that in there too.
I didn't know that worked.
Host name file what?
Yes, in the host name. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Right here.
Okay, so yeah, there is another file you need to. Thank you. So if you type host name here, it's not working, right? So, but if I do this, and I type host name, yeah, it's working now. Alright, might as well just restart this. Okay, root. Okay, so it's keeping the name here. If you see a little bit the partial name in here, that means it's keeping the name. Type host name and keeping it. Alright, good. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is there is another file name called name.com. It's a configuration file, and we're going to edit that, okay? So let's see here.
That's a lot of work, brother, to set up DNS.
Yeah, I told you DNS is crown jewel. If a hackers bring the DNS down, then the whole company is on the knees.
Yes.
Nothing is going to work. If the DNS goes down, it's going to be very, very problematic. It's a big problem. Yeah. So the configuration file we need is we go into VI etc and there should be a file name VI etc named. Okay, this file your name.com. You need this file. Okay, let's go in there. Okay, so the DNS is going to listen on port 53. So let me put this down. It's on port 53. Okay, so I'm going to open another session here and then I'm going to go into DNS. Root. Right. Okay, so on this line, we need to make an entry here. We'll just leave the loop back here. Remember when we were thinking this is the address it was pinging itself to. So if we ping this here, so it's now it's pinging here. So remember, if you ping it with the IP name, it's pinging itself here. So that means this the host name what we configured is working here. But you may not be able to ping from any other place here. So let's see here. Which box is open? Active is open. Okay, it's working with the IP address, but it will not work with the host name. With the host name. This is called host name. So it's not working because name on the service not known. Okay? Good. So what information we need here is you type IP F20, I mean IP ADDR, and we need this IP address here, 192.168.56.10. That IP address goes here. Okay, you go into insert mode and then start typing. Okay, give a space here. All this matters, okay? 192.168.56.110. Okay? And then after that, put this semicolon in there. And then remove the space from there, okay? You don't need that. Okay? And now, what else you need here is, when you go down where it says localhost, in here, give a space there, then you type 192.168.56. This is a broadcast address. 192.168.56.255. Give me one moment here. To 56 dot, you have to put 0/24. Okay, this is a hardcore networking stuff here. I will explain this a little later here when we are doing this. /24. Give me 1 second here. Cider block. Anybody know what cider block is?
No, brother, I've never heard this name.
Yeah, it's heavy networking stuff.
Cider block?
I don't want to confuse you.
You can, brother, if you want.
The thing is, I don't deal with it too much myself. Let's see here. You know what, hold on. We may get stuck here for a while. Okay. But for now, what you have to do is just match this here. Mine is 192.68.56, right? If yours is something else, based on this here, it's going to be same thing like this here. But last octet, just make it 0/24. Okay, I'll explain you when we go into AWS and we have to deal with a little bit of setting up VPCs and all that. Okay. For now,
so this is not the Broadcom address, and we need to remember this 0/24, not the 255.
yeah, no. I mean, this address is right here. Broadcast address is this one here, but we're not looking for a broadcast address. We are looking for a local QD address. So it's going to be a 56.0//24. Okay? These are classes of the IP addresses. This is much more deeper into networking than compared to what we are learning here. You don't need to know that those things that deep. Okay, so okay, so I'm gonna minimize this here. Okay, so this block of code only you're putting in this information here. I'm gonna highlight in yellow. Okay, and this information here. Yeah, you're not putting anything more than what you see. And let's see here. Zone in type hint file name dot ca colon. Okay. Okay, so we are good for now. Okay, thanks. Okay. So in name.conf, you do this much querying. We'll come back to this place again. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to create the zones. Okay, so it's called create forward zone. Okay, for that, what you have to do is you have to edit the file name. You go to cd/etc. We are into configuration folder, okay? And we go into named, and then let's see what we have in there. CD named dot. No. Okay, I'm using the find, and I'm going to use in root, and I'm going to find what I'm looking for is something called forward. Or hold on, I saw something there. Okay, yeah. This is the folder here. So this is in the var directory. Okay, I don't see anything in here. So I'm going to create a file name. I'm going to create a file name forward. But hold on. Uh, So what you do is you go on in here and DNS forward zone file example. Okay, name.local. Okay, so look at this file name here. I'm going to copy the content of this file name into. How do I copy the content of this file?
Redirect is the redirect.
Yeah, good. And I'm going to name it forward dot ZFET. Okay, I'm going to hit enter. So I should see a file name forward ZMPT here. Okay. So you have even it may look very complicated here. It is. Alright. So you just have to do this several times before you get this idea what's going on here. Okay.
So this file name could be anything or ending with GMPT or
it could be anything. We're going to use this file and then put it in one other file. That way it will start reading that file. Okay. Okay. So what will happen now is we will have all these things listed here, right? So we're not going to touch anything. We're going to go to insert mode and here. Okay. So this is just a blank name here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the name of the server here. Can you guess what I'm going to do in here? Which name I'm going to give it here? DNS master dot ZMPT.com. I'm going to give the name of this master box. Okay? And then it says serial is 0, refresh 1 day, and retry every hour, and then 1 week. Okay. Serial number is 0 here. So every time you make any change in this file, you have to change the serial number. So right now it's 1, so I'm going to make it 2, 1. It was 0, so I'm going to make it 1. And then the file is going to refresh every day. It's going to try every hour. And then it's going to expire in 1 week. Okay? And then the minimum is 3 hours. So the most of the time I'm only worried about the serial number being changed here, okay? So let's keep it that way.
what does that mean, expire, brother? 1 week expire, what does that mean?
It's going to stop retrying it after 1 week. So give me one moment here. There's several more things that needs to be configured before all these things to work together, okay? This is like, imagine a DNS has like a bunch of spinning gears in it. So we are configuring one here and then configuring other and go back to the original one and come back here again. So that's what we are going to go back and forth before it's going to work, okay? Give me one moment. Okay, so let's go in here and DNS. Time to, okay, hold on. So, what is TTL? TTL. TTL. TTL stands for time to, okay, transistor DNS TTL. Time to live. Okay, time to live. Okay, so that's what it means. Okay, so I'm going to undo this here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete these lines. Okay, now here it says name server. What is NS stands for? Name server. And I'm going to delete this here. Everything in the entry starts with @ and then in, and then I'm going to say NS, name server. And what is the name of the name server? dnsmaster.gmpt.com. Okay, I'm going to exit out of here, save and exit. So we went to, where did we go? Hold on, let me just put this in here. Okay, so we went to cd to this directory, and we do cp, we do cat, right? We did cat local name.local too, we did this. And then we're going to do vi forward zmpt. Okay, so this is called create a forward zone file. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to create a reverse zone file also. All these things will make sense after all this is going to be configured, and then there is no way what I'm doing here. There is no way to extend forward and reverse at this moment here, but let me just do it here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing. Now that we have a forward file here, what we're going to do is we're going to just do this here, cat, and then we're going to do it to reverse.gmpt. Okay? No such file or directory. What? The file is there, right? Oh,
Check, I believe you put the wrong command, the last one, if you check the history.
I messed it up. We check for
71. Check 70, I believe. Look like.
Oh, that command screwed it up, right? Oh, we are in a good shape then. I mean, I copied it here. All right, guys, be careful here. This command. If this is a live system and you did this to DNS master, you better pack up your things and start leaving before anybody else does. Because you just crashed. You just crashed. No? What did you crash? Just crashed the network, man. So, yeah. Okay. DNS master. Okay. Good.
Although Zafar, just curious, if we had put the copy command instead of the cat command,
That should have worked. I shouldn't have done that. Now I'm going to go to reverse.gmpt. So, same information is in there, okay? Alright, so now it says DNS master. So here more lines goes in here, okay? Here on the another line, you have to type DNS master and then tab and then no tab. Okay, hold on. Copy this line here, okay? YY, delete this, and then you do P in here. Oh, no, you have to, yeah, you go YY, then you go P here. Okay? So in here, instead of @ you delete this. You type DNS master here, DNS master. So where is this coming from? This part, I'm taking this part here. So this is a reverse lookup zone here. I mean, it's a reverse zone. Now it's going to look using the IP address here, okay? And then IN, this is name server, okay? Now instead of this, name, you type A. Control Z. You type uppercase A here. And this is reverse here. Can somebody tell me what I'm going to put in here instead of the name?
IP address.
Very good. You got the job. 190. Yeah, he got the job. I mean, if he's going to answer, I mean, there are not many people out there who could answer this. So the employer doesn't have any choice just to hire him, even though, I mean, he may, I mean, I'm telling you, you get the job, that's it.
I wish you take my interview, sir. As the actual job.
No, I'm not kidding. I mean, there are not enough people out there just to do the commands here. Just to run the commands and basic level admin, you should be getting 1995K. If you're doing all this, then you should be getting at least starting 120,000 a year. I'm not sure about down in Florida. Disney is there, so Disney has a huge data center, so you should be able to land with Disney.
No, I'll move to Florida. I will move to Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia or yeah, maybe if you are interested, North Carolina, how far is that? Charlotte area.
I can go anywhere. But I think I need to sit down. It's not me. We need to sit down with Zafar Mohiuddin and understand of that. And
no, to land the first job, I have a contact with Apple, and you could just land the first job. You could go there, and if you have Apple on your resume, then it looks good. Do a 1-year contract with Apple.
Inshallah, brother. We need to put some extra effort during good studies so that we can nail it down.
Okay, and now there are only one other thing in here. I'm saying 110. Okay, and then IN. I need to figure out what this IN means. And I'm going to do PTR. And then I'm going to say, what I'm going to do is, 110 is a pointer for what? DNS master dot ZFET.com. Okay, give me 1 second here. I need to tell you guys what this thing means. DNS. Okay, so these are the records here. DNS, these are called DNS records. There's more than, okay, good. I found the correct information here. So these are the DNS records here. Okay, here in DNS terms, so far we dealt with A. A means host address. Okay, and alias and all that, we dealt with NS here. So NS is a name server. Name server is DNS, domain name service. Okay, that's what this is at. And PTR stands for pointer. So 110, where is 110 pointing to? dnsmaster.zmpt.com. Okay, SOA stands for Startup Authority, SOA. And then I'm going to add TTL here. What was the TTL for? Time to live. Yeah, time to live. Very good. And I couldn't figure out what an IN means. Okay, I'll worry about that later. Okay, so you did this, right? So this is our basic template here. I'm going to copy this. And so I copied this, and then now it makes sense, right? Why we learned the copy command, chat command, and all that? So it's coming handy here when you're running all this. Okay, then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go back to this file again, the previous file, which we called it name.conf. Okay, we need to go back to the name.conf file again. Okay, so where is that file? It's in etc configuration file here. This file here. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. vi etc name.conf. Okay, we were here, right? Earlier we were here. We put this information here. So this is very important file. If you wipe this file off, then a lot of things gonna go into problem. Okay, so now what we need to do is name dot zone. Okay, here this block of code is a template here. This is a template block of code. From here till here. No, yeah. From here till here, it's a block of code, okay? So I copied that, and then I'm gonna put I in there, and then remember I'm putting new lines from here, okay? And I'm gonna put pound sign here, because I could tell myself I'm putting some, okay. So in here, I paste that block of code. Now I'm gonna edit here. So here it's asking for the zone name. Okay. So zone name. So what we have in here is ZMPT. So we have the domain zmpt.com. So in zone name, zmpt.com goes in there. zmpt.com. Okay. In here, type hint, it says you just have to make it master. Okay. And what is the file name you're telling it to look at? You're telling it to look at the file name forward.zmpt. Okay. And alright, so okay. Now here I'm going to paste it again. Okay, so this is for the reverse lookup zone. So what is the reverse for? Reverse for our IP address? It starts from 192.168.56, right? Dot 110, right? So the reverse, how does the reverse work is this one here. So we're going to drop this part and I'm going to go reverse from here to here. So reverse here is 56.168.192. In here, you just have to type this here, IN-ADDR.ARTA. Okay, this is the part you have to type. I don't know what it means and all that. This is coming down from ARPANET. This is coming down from the beginning of the internet. Okay, so just look at this IP address here. If yours is not 56 or not this here, just look at the existing IP address you have for the DNS masters and based on that go backwards. Okay, I hope that's making sense here. And the type here is, this is a master box, so we're going to type master. And then what is the file name it goes in here? We already have the forward in here. Now we're going to type reverse. So the IP address should be able to, you should be able to ping the server using the IP address, and you should be able to ping the server using name also. So this is where the reverse comes in. Reverse is using the IP address. Forward is using the name. Okay, and alright, hold on. Okay, so local in, type master, file name, zone, alpha in master, file name, zone. Okay, yeah. It looks good to me. Okay, so adding this font size These are comments, so it's not gonna change anything in this script here. Actually, this is a script. We're gonna go deep dive into the scripting when we start scripting. Okay, so for now, copy this code here.
This is way too complicated, brother. Just FYI. Might be not, but when we started doing it, might be not. That looks too complicated at this time.
It is. It is. You just have to do it. But if you follow this document to the T, it should work.
That's what we'll do, brother. We'll try to follow this document, I think.
Yeah.
I have to do it today. If you can upload it today as fast as you can, so I can do some practice on this. I don't want it to,
Yeah.
I want to do it as it's refreshed.
Should I include this last two lines here? Okay, I'll just note, what the? Okay, I'm putting these two lines here so that you know this code goes before the end of two lines. Okay? Well, here. Um, okay, so at the end of this line, you're going to copy this code and put it in new lines here. So you're going to copy a couple times. And edit as needed, okay? Okay. So now what we have to do is we have to start the service. So the command is systemctl enable named, okay? Then you have to type systemctl start named job for the service named by service field because the control process exited in area code name general CTL details.
Brother Zafar, if you check the document in the first line in PTR DNS is 1110. I think it's something mistake is 1110. Why should it 1110? Oh, the left.
Because this IP address is 110, right?
Oh, okay.
This is 110. Oh, okay. So I think it's a firewall. So let me clear this. So what you have to do is, I'll show you firewall. Let's do system CTL. Okay. And let's do status firewall G. Oh, okay, yes. Firewall is on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it and then I'm going to disable it. Okay, so okay, now what I'm going to do is system CTL start main. Just for the main dash service, there is the control process executed in error. Okay, system CTL firewall service. It's inactive and it's dead. Okay, so let's do enable again. Um,
I think you should check this Berkeley file, as if that's what it is starting failing on that file. So maybe something that's wrong
Yeah.
there.
new document. Okay. Oh, okay. I need to add a line in here. Let's see. Allow update here. For now, I'm gonna do this allow icon update, and then in squiggly bracket, I'm gonna say none. Okay, and I'm gonna copy this and paste it in here. Reverse and forward that. Okay. So I'm able to enable this, but I'm not able to start this. Job for the name that service field is well entire name that service. Container, the new internet name below. New service. And it's I think it's something on loom.com. Listen on 53 and all this is good. Velocity of transport.
Like it was not already difficult having you to go through this now.
Yeah. With DNS, you will expect all this. 192.68.66.
But that means we'll let you know that we are going to practice on the DNS. You should be on a standby.
Yeah. Don't worry. And you work on it when this one is working on my side. Then you can work on your side. Okay, so actually I'm gonna have to end here because we are over time. Okay, so we'll pick it up from here tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow is holiday, right? Yeah.
I am off tomorrow. If anybody is available, we can do it tomorrow. I'm off.
Yeah.
Tomorrow or next week?
Next week, right? Yeah.
Inshallah.
We'll catch up next week here, and then I'll look.
Everybody, if you find out something, I mean, we are in the end, right? So if you find out this, what was the error, so you can just tell us, or just send us the documentation.
What I'm thinking is there is other things called DNS slave. That server may also need to be set up, I think, before everything works. Because it
that would be the next step after this.
Yeah, it would have been. I really wanted to do this back to back, but I'll figure it out and I'll let you know. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, brother.